This is Dave at Rousseau's RV in Lakeville, Mass. Today we're looking at a 2022 20FBS Geo Pro. This is one of the most popular Geo Pros of 2021. It was certainly popular at our dealership this year and it continues to be so. It's direct, I would say the thing that's closest to it would be the 20FBS Geo, and I'll talk about some of the differences and similarities throughout the video, just if you're comparing the two. So let's start by taking a walk around and we can see some of the things that are a little different on 22s. Not a lot of big changes. See the design's a little bit different. That's just a minor change. You haven't lost anything, you just gained a few things. So you have the power jack battery box that fits 2 batteries. We have 2 20-pound propane bottles. This particular 20FBS came in at $34.46. Came with the oven and all the standard features. So in the book it's less than that. It's like 32 and some change, but a lot of times they come in, seems like they come in maybe a little bit heavier, 100 or 200 pounds heavier than what the book says. So the book is a good guide, or the online floor plans and information from the Forest River site. It's a good guide, but not necessarily, it's not exact. It's going to vary a little. It's going to vary based on options. So the main door, bigger door on the other side, but you do have a small door to make it a pass-through storage. The griddle's in the box. In the bag there's a 30 amp power cord. You can see all the aluminum. They give you a little light there. See at night. This is the docking light switch, so if it was nighttime, certainly we would see this thing do a little bit more in terms of lighting the place up, but can't really compete with the sun. But at night it does a really great job of lighting up this area in the front, so you have to work out there. Underneath, freshwater drain, just an easy pull valve. If you're done camping, you don't need the fresh water anymore, you don't want to carry the extra weight, just reach down there, you pull that valve and that'll empty your fresh water. I got the windows open. See that exit window opens up quite a bit. It opens up more than the others. When you put that max air fan in the bathroom on, you get a lot of circulation. Same tires, Westlake tires, nitro filled, just like before. And the unit's gonna come with a tire pressure monitoring system. Gray on the left, black on the right. You can see by the size of the tube and by the color of the handles. Easy access to the sewer. And very practical position here for the 30 amp inlet. Got the standard ladder now. We're seeing, actually, we've had a few come through now that have a different ladder that's in the middle. I'll show you in a future video. But Rockwood, I guess there's, in the RV industry in general, there is a little bit of a ladder shortage, just like every other shortage, right? But they still have ladders. They're still putting ladders on. I haven't gotten word that they're not going to have ladders, but you may see a different ladder, and we'll see that in a future video. All your water hookups are in the back on the door side of the camper, back corner. We got tank flush, you can see it labeled in the middle, top. City water, that's going to be your main, probably your main connection most of the time, unless you're boondocking. You have cable and satellite, top left, top right, and antifreeze inlet if you were going to antifreeze yourself or take it to a dealer like ours and we can do it for you. Outside shower, hot and cold. One of the storage compartments, it's a small compartment, but it's a little bit of height to it. See, it goes up probably about 3 feet at least. Outside griddle will mount on that bar. Outlet. You can see where the gas line is going to hook up for your griddle. Another big window. And the porch light and the outside, one outside speaker on this model. LED light strip. can see the other side, and this is the bigger storage area. That's the table that's going to mount next to your griddle. The unit comes standard with 190 watt solar on the roof, but you do have the option. There is a plug for additional solar. Of course, magnets still, always magnets. Love those magnets. Yeah, so this unit is 20, just a little over 21 feet. I think it's 21.2 from the end of the hitch to the very back wall. And it's 7 feet 8 inches wide. The interior height, as you'll see in a little bit, the interior height is 6 foot 6 inches. So if you're taller than 6'6", this might not be the model for you because you'll be kind of hunched over, but for most people, it'll be just great. You know, before we go inside, I just want to stop on this. I love this graphic that Rockwood puts on all the Rockwoods and Geo Pros now. And you certainly can pause it here to take a look at all these key features. I'm sure in the new books that they'll come out with soon, they'll have it. I'm sure they'll update their website, but for now, this is probably the latest material that they have on the Geo Pros. Key things here, we got Asdel, double-sided. They don't get cheap with the Asdel. It's Asdel on the outside, Asdel on the inside. We have frameless windows, 5/8 inch tongue and groove plywood floor, which is, it was kind of sneaky, but I think a year ago, or maybe a little over a year ago, they switched from a 1/2 inch to a 5/8 inch, so a little bit thicker floor. Max air fan, of course, standard, 190 watt solar standard, 12 volt fridge standard, and the torsion axles, which is a Rockwood standard. You're gonna get it on all the Rockwoods, including the Geo Pro. So the biggest difference, and this is really a key thing, between the 19 FBS and the 20 FBS is the bed, and the fact that the bed's going north to south. In this model, the bed is going east to west in the 19 FBS. Pros and cons. So clearly a pro here, and a lot of couples, especially older couples, are thinking about this. It's easier to get in and out. So you don't have to crawl over your spouse to get out of bed if you're on the inside. And that's a big advantage to this model. You also have the opportunity for more shelving on either side of the bed. You got 2 outlets. I believe you end up with the same amount of storage as the 19 FBS, but you do make a sacrifice on this bed that's accessible by making it a little bit of a smaller bed. So this is 54 by 74, whereas the 19 FBS is the only true queen size bed in a Geo. It's 60 by 80 inches. So that's an advantage on the 19 FBS, the east to west bed. So you do get that true queen bed if you want a bigger bed. So something that you just have to decide. Another thing too, what's important to you, of course. So another thing too is the door. So in the 19 FBS, the door actually would be towards the back, and it's a little different layout. The door would be like just past the fridge, towards the back. In this model, the door is kind of towards the middle or even closer to the front. So your door's opening up to the bed. Now, a lot of people don't care about that. It's gonna be locked anyway, probably. Who cares, right? But some people don't like the idea of the entry door being right at the bed. They prefer the door to be towards the back, just for psychological reasons, you know. Everybody has reasons for things that they want. So, you know, it might be a thing for you. You might prefer the rear door on the 19 FBS. But you're going to get the same things in here. You see I got the TV on right now. The sound's off, but the TV, we're pulling a signal from the digital antenna. You're still going to get that same size fridge, the 12 volt fridge. I believe it's 4.5 cubic feet. The oven's an option. So you do get the option of the oven in here. The large sink. And I like this cover. You can actually put things on this and easily fold it. Isn't that nice? Just fold it up. And the bigger sinks, so you don't have to, like, the low sinks in some models, you get no room to wash stuff, so you actually have some room under there. And the big window right there, so if you're doing dishes, you know, a little airflow. I can actually feel a breeze right now coming in. Or if you're cooking, you got the 3-burner cooktop and you want to turn the hood vent on. It's gonna suck the air out. So all of that is just gonna keep the air circulating. So 12-volt fridge. You got a freezer top. And the fridge portion on the bottom. Room to store stuff on the door. These 12-volt fridges are great. I mean, they get cold pretty fast, a couple of hours or less. With the solar on the roof, you don't have to worry about your battery getting too low. It's going to be charging your battery. Also, if you're going to be boondocking a lot, we'd recommend 2 batteries anyway. Some folks go with AGMs. Some go with the 2 6-volts in tandem. And I've had a few customers this past year go with the lithium. Lithium, certainly expensive option, but probably the best thing you could get in terms of storage capacity. Another similarity with the 20FBS is the Slideout. And I'm pretty sure it's the same exact thing. So it's the same sofa and it's the same size slide. And you do get this table, this long table that you can move around, you can fold up, you can store it behind the sofa, and I'll do that in a little bit. And then the sofa turns into a bed. Now, I've had people ask me, can you get a different type of sofa or hide-a-bed sofa or even like theater seats or something? No, because not only is the slide out just not deep enough, but the main reason is that the way this is designed, you can actually see the bottom of that slide out. It's right there. See the gasket ends? And that's the bottom of the couch. So this couch is actually sitting right on top of the bottom of the slide room. That's the bottom of the slide room. So that's the only option for a couch. Take a quick look at the bathroom. This model has a great bathroom. I think another advantage over maybe the 20FBS is this does have a bigger bathroom. The full back of the camper, big shower. Corner sinks, just plenty of room to move around. So this Max Air fan does an awesome job circulating the air. And you got 4 different settings. And that 4th setting really moves the air. And you crack open those windows, I can feel it right now. I can feel a breeze just moving through the bathroom from the door with the windows cracked. All right, here's all the storage options in this unit. So you got a couple of drawers underneath the bed, a little bit underneath the bed in the front. For clothes on either side, you can hang clothes with closets. Above there's a shelf with the netting. Over the sofa, all 3 of these cabinets is actually all one area. They're not separated. I was able to fit the table behind the couch. There's not a ton of storage under there or behind there, but enough for the table. Another small drawer. Sponges, stuff like that there. Another small cabinet above the stove. A little bit more storage under the oven. The bathroom has a decent amount of storage. This is really important, I think, in this unit. This extra storage in the bathroom. And medicine cabinet. While I'm bringing the slide room in, I just want to talk about another change with 2022s. So the floor design is a little bit different. It's a plank design, but I think it goes well with the cabinetry. So far, customer feedback has been positive on it. This is how the flooring is going to look on the 2022s. So this actually is a good time to bring up another pro and con with the 20FBS. So the 20FBS, when the slide room's in, does not interfere with access to the bathroom when you're traveling, but in this 20FBS, it's really impossible. That's as much as the slide opens or sorry, the door opens with the slide, with the couch the way it is. Yeah, it's only going to open about that much. So if that's a big issue for you, the 20FBS would probably be a better option, because you can access that bathroom from there. Everything else is accessible. Of course, the bed's accessible, easy to get to right at the door. And the only thing you're missing out on, I think there's one outlet that's kind of tucked behind there. And then the thermostat, but even that you can reach. Yeah, there's an outlet below. But yeah, everything else is accessible. If you really, this model is sold, of course. Most of what we get is sold these days, but you can order right now. It's about 6 months, so I would expect to see, if you were to order today, it's like the 3rd week of September, I would expect to see this model sometime in late March or early April at this point, 2022. So you really should get your orders in ASAP to get them for next year. 6 months has been pretty consistent. Also, I know there's price increase coming soon, so you know, sooner you get the orders in, the better. I just think they're probably still heading in that direction, higher pricing. So you definitely want to get them in sooner rather than later. All right, so this was the 20FBS. This is Dave at Rousseau's RV in Lakeville, Mass. Have a great day, everyone.